Good afternoon, everyone. Come on into the room. Hi, my name is Christine Bates. I come to tell you today to do it afraid. Whatever God is putting on your heart to do it. Even if you have to do it afraid. God said He will never leave you nor forsake you. Don't be afraid and don't be discouraged. God is with you. So many times, God has put in our heart to do things, and we become afraid, and we become stagnant and will not do it. But I come to encourage someone today. Don't be afraid. Step out on faith and do what God has told you to do, even if you have to do it afraid. Even as I started this YouTube channel, I had to do it afraid. But I know God is working it out for my good. And God, I tell you, thank you. And I just have something else that I want to read also. God said in His word, I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. God will do just what He said He'll do. We just have to trust Him and knowing that He's a God that cannot lie and will not lie. Just trust God to be God and God all by Himself, and watch everything work out for you good. So many times we're afraid to take a different career path. We're afraid to go back to school, worrying about what others may say. So many times we're afraid to start a business. God has told us to start that business. We're afraid to step out on faith, worrying about where the money gonna come from, how we're gonna get a building, who's gonna come once we open up, will people support us? I come to tell you today, do it afraid. I challenge you to do it afraid. If God has put in your heart to start a Bible study, do it afraid. Do it afraid. Do whatever God is telling you to do. If He has put in your heart to be a motivational speaker, do it afraid. If you're afraid to do it, but you know that's what God has called you to do it. Do it afraid. And watch it get easier and easier and easier to do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And don't you dare be discouraged. Because you have everything that you need on the inside of you to succeed. It's been there from day one. I just come to say, simply, do it afraid. Don't let nobody stop you. Just take a step out on faith and do the thing that God is calling you to do. He's calling somebody's name right now. He's calling somebody's name right now, saying, do it. Just do it. He told me, Christine, just open your mouth. If you will just open your mouth, you will see your life will begin to change. Y'all, all I done was open my mouth and truly begin to give God the praise and give him the honor in all that I do. And he has changed my life. I'm talking about me, because I was so afraid. I wasn't afraid to die, but I was afraid to live. If you listen to my earlier video, I said that what God has put on the inside of me, I don't want to die with. I want to give the world what God has put on the inside of me to give. And it's happening right now. And God, I tell you, thank you for teaching me to do it afraid. And y'all, I just want to let you know right now that as I go forth with this YouTube channel, I know that I'm probably going to make many mistakes, pronounce many words incorrect, cutting my words off. But I know this is what God has told me to do. And I'm going to do it regardless of how many mistakes I make. Because there's somebody watching me right now saying, if Christine can do it, I can do it too. And indeed you can. So I come to encourage somebody right now. Step out on faith and do what God is telling you to do, even if you have to do it afraid. Everyone, have a blessed day. And I shall be back tomorrow with the word that God has put on the inside of me to give to you. Good night.